Join 4 American tourists as they face one harrowing experience after another on their journey to South Africa, from surviving a near-fatal accident to getting arrested for weed at the airport. Watch as they navigate extreme turbulence, discrimination, and robbery in this gripping story of adventure and hardship. Experience their struggles and perseverance in a foreign land, and discover the toll it takes on their mental health. Don't miss out on this unforgettable tale of chaos in South Africa. It was an adventure of a lifetime for 4 young Americans, 2 girls and 2 guys, as they embarked on a journey to South Africa, the homeland of the legendary entrepreneur, Elon Musk. They had dreamed of visiting this exotic destination for years, and they finally had the chance to experience its beauty and culture firsthand. However, what started as a thrilling trip soon turned into a harrowing experience filled with unexpected challenges, near-death experiences, and life-altering events. Their journey began with an accident on the way to the airport. They had packed their bags, checked their flights, and were eagerly anticipating the start of their trip when their car collided with a truck on the freeway. Miraculously, they survived the crash with only minor injuries, but it set the tone for the rest of their journey. The next challenge they faced was during their flight to South Africa. The turbulence was so extreme that they thought they were going to crash. Adding to the chaos, there were crazy drunk Russians on board who were causing a scene. They were relieved when the plane finally landed, but their troubles were far from over. Upon arrival in South Africa, they were arrested at the airport for possession of weed. They were unaware that the country had strict drug laws and were shocked when they were taken into custody. They spent several days in jail, unsure of their fate, and feeling overwhelmed by the unfamiliar surroundings. Once they were released, they sought refuge in a southern hotel, hoping to recover from their ordeal. However, they were shocked to discover that the hotel treated whites terribly. They were subjected to discrimination, and the staff was unhelpful and unaccommodating. In an attempt to forget their troubles, they went to a nightclub to relax and unwind. However, they were robbed by black nationalists, who also stole all their clothes. Naked and humiliated, they made their way back to the hotel, only to be stopped by the cops. As if things couldn't get any worse, the girls were bitten by poisonous snakes, and they had to be rushed to the hospital. They spent several days in the hospital, fighting for their lives. It was a traumatic experience that left them with deep physical and emotional scars. When they finally recovered, they were grateful to be alive, but they were forever changed by the experience. Despite everything they had been through, they managed to form strong bonds with each other. They supported one another through the most difficult times, and their friendship only grew stronger. They returned home to the USA with great memories, but also with a newfound respect for the power of friendship and the fragility of life. However, the journey had taken its toll on them. The mental stress they had experienced had triggered serious mental problems that required professional help. It was a stark reminder that travel could be both exhilarating and challenging, and that one should always be prepared for the unexpected. After the group's traumatic trip to South Africa, things began to unravel for them in unexpected ways. The girls, in particular, began to exhibit concerning behavior. They started having episodes of dissociation, where they would lose touch with reality and have a split personality. They would become someone entirely different, speaking in different voices, and acting in a way that was completely out of character. Their friends and family tried to help them, but the girls were unresponsive to treatment. Their condition worsened over time, and they became a danger to themselves and others. One of the guys also began to suffer from severe depression, which only compounded the situation. Despite their best efforts, the group realized they couldn't handle the situation alone. They reached out to mental health professionals who recommended that the girls be placed in a psychiatric hospital for intensive treatment. At first, they resisted the idea, not wanting to be forcibly placed in the hospital. However, as their condition deteriorated, they realized that they had no other choice. The second guy, who had taken on a leadership role, and their relatives, supported them in this decision. The girls were placed in the hospital for several years, undergoing intense therapy and treatment. It was a difficult time for them and their loved ones, but they persevered, hoping to reclaim their lives and mental well-being. Over time, they began to make progress. Their personalities began to integrate, and they became more aware of their condition. They worked hard to overcome their struggles and gradually regained their mental stability. In the end, they were able to leave the hospital, but the experience had left an indelible mark on them. They realized the importance of taking care of their mental health and seeking help when they needed it. They also appreciated the support of their friends and family during their darkest times. Despite the challenges they had faced, the group remained close and supportive of each other. They continued to travel and explore the world, but now they were more aware of the potential dangers and challenges that lay ahead. They were determined to face them together and to prioritize their mental health above all else.